Going to the movies.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel again. Just some combo. I'm Samantha Smiles and this is my husband,
Mark.
Welcome back, guys, to one of our movie reviews again, and this time we're reviewing Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Alright, pronounced it right.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, that's why I said it.
Shang.
Shang-Chi. Well, excuse my English.
Shang-Chi.
I like it. I like when his name in the movie is named Sean, because I can say that.
Shang-Chi.
Sean in my Nicki Minaj voice. Anywho, we're reviewing this movie, and I had to say, I had some doubts. He know that. And I had to say I was surprisingly delighted by this film.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Really. I mean, I seen people talk about it, and I was really like,
they just gassing it up.
yeah, but it's a Marvel movie, so you know, can't bet against Marvel.
Be quiet. You know, people gas up Marvel for anything. They see how they gassed up Black Widow a little bit, and it wasn't.
I like Black Widow.
It was okay. And this movie was way better than Black Widow.
Yes,
like
I will agree.
Just blow this movie out the water. This is for the Asian community. This is Black Panther.
Yeah, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
Black Panther, Asian Black Panther. You got the culture there. You got the symbolism there. You got the community.
Yeah.
A lot of the how would you say it?
The
You just see a connection.
The culture, I guess.
Of the Asian culture, the Asian community a little bit, and I don't know if that was on purpose or it was just organic, but it really felt really good to see something different besides the typical, Marvel movie that they, pull out. And it started off him being like, normal schmoble guy who works at a valet. And there's spoiler reviews too, by the way. Let me throw that in there. He works at a valet, at a restaurant or a hotel or something like that. He's valet. And Aquafina, well, she was funny too. It's his best friend named Katie in the movie. And they basically, just hanging out. Buddies. They like, oh, we're getting old. They friends. It's like, hey, you need a career. And they like, we have fun the way we have fun. I like our job. I like our life. Nothing wrong. But then, of course, all hell breaks loose because, as it always goes, your past always catches up to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what happened to Sean, a.k.a. what's his name on here? Shang-Chi. And it's funny because Aquafina was like, you changed your name from Shang to Sean. Like, your daddy wasn't going to find you with that name. I thought that was kind of funny. Like, she did, so she had some comedic relief in here singing Hotel California when anytime it was danger, because there was a story in there between her and Sean that how they met, and there was a bully trying to get him, and she threw her hands up and was singing Hotel California. So I thought that was funny, and it was funny that Hotel California came on the radio too when he was on the way home. I just want to throw that out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But past catches up to you. Bus scene, great scene.
Yeah.
Really great scene. Martial arts on point. I call him Big Draco. Soldier Boy didn't like it, but it was just like Romanian guy. I call him Big Draco, and he was no hoe.
Razor fist.
Sorry, Marvel people. I'll call him Big Draco. Okay, AKA he don't take no shit. He was kind of funny in the movie too. Down the line.
Yeah, down the line.
But yeah, the bus scene, the old man driving. The bus was funny. The guy who was videotaping it was funny. Yeah. The whole scene was funny. Yeah. It was funny. I liked that. I enjoyed it.
The humor in this movie.
Yeah. The humor was good. I liked it.
Action is good too. I really enjoyed it. They brought Abomination back.
Yeah, but Benedict Wong.
Yeah. So Wong could fight against Abomination, and it was good to see Abomination back since we haven't seen him since Incredible Hulk. And
I'm surprised they was even.
And they kind of changed his look. They made him more comic book accurate to Abomination than how they had him in the Incredible Hulk. They wanted to say that he kind of mutated again. So.
But how we got there is because
Shang-Chi showed up at
had a postcard that was sent allegedly from his sister.
Because he was attacked by the 10 rings that he stole his pendant.
Yeah.
And he said that they came for his pendant, they was going to go for his sister's pendant. And so he had to go see his sister, which was running a fight
underground
club.
Yeah.
Basically a fight
club.
Shang-Chi,
I like how Aquafina seen like a guy that had spikes on his face. And she's like, I like your spikes. And he's like, Shin. Yeah. Which is thank you in Chinese. I thought that was kind of cute. Yeah. But apparently she run this whole underground fight club. That's when Abomination was fighting at.
Yeah.
And apparently if he wanted to know where his sister was at, because this before he knew that his sister ran it, you had to fight in the ring. And, big surprise, it was his sister. So, of course, he got his booty, tapped all over the ring because she could fight. Yeah. And that's Jackie Chan's apprentice or something like that. Like what I heard, word on the curb, is that she is his apprentice or something like that. So I think he trained her, in martial arts. Which, if that's true, that's sweet because it's clear that she know how to fight, and Sean do too. But then it's like a scene which I didn't really care for because it was kind of dark. But outside the window, I forgot what you call those things when you basically cleaning the windows and they have the sticks and stuff that you had to stand outside the windows. I don't know how to describe it. The descriptions escaped my mind.
Like under construction.
But yeah, the under construction window scene when they're outside the building, scaffolds I think you call it scaffolds, and they fight and it was kind of dark. It was kind of hard to see that scene. Fighting was cool. It was out cold steel. I enjoyed myself. And then we ended up finding out that the dad wanted them. Yeah. He came, stopped the whole fight and was like, look, I want y'all to come back home with me. He had the 10 rings, and we forgot to even mention the major plot. The dad had the 10 rings. Yeah. He's Mandarin, aka warrior something, and he's been alive for 1,000 years ish, and he's been conquering.
I want to say 4,000. I think they said.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time, and basically it got to a point where he was getting bored, and eventually he wanted to find Tan Lao. I think that's pronounced it. And
yeah, I think so.
And he came across fine honey in the woods, and that was Sean's mama. And I knew exactly. I said, all right, that's Sean's mama, because the way that dude was fighting, it was like so beautiful. It was like almost like dancing. Yeah. And it got to a point where I don't even think he was even fighting no more. I think they were just vibing. Yeah. And eventually they fell in love and they had them.
Kind of gave you that reminiscence of Hidden,
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Yeah. And through that romance, it made those two, brother and sister. Yeah. And that's how they got the pendants because the mom gave it to him, but the mom passed away. Yeah. The father, back to when we was talking about when the father came and grabbed Belt from and said, come back home, the father wanted to either resurrect or free the mom.
Free the mom because he said where she originated from, is keeping her locked away from him. Yeah. So he thinks she's still alive.
So he's blind by madness. He's in love with the mom so much because that was the only time he felt human. Like he felt normal when he had her. But again, that past catches up to him. All that dirty stuff he did in the past caught up to him. They came back for revenge and took it out on the mama.
Yeah, he wasn't home, and that's when they killed him.
And that made him like blind with rage. And I kind of, even though the dad was a bad guy, I felt for the dad. Yeah. It's hard to like kind of like hate the guy. It's almost like my man from Black Panther, Killmonger. Yeah. You can kind of see where he's coming from. But then you can see, like, I know you're a villain, but I could kind of sympathize with you. Yeah. And again, that's really good character building because if I can sympathize with you and you're the villain, then you achieved a good character, like, ultimately. So I thought that was pretty good. Right. And another thing I want to point out, ain't the rings supposed to be rings? Yeah, not like bracelets?
Those are, they're supposed to be like rings, but they changed them from the comics.
Okay.
And they don't do the same power sets that they do in the comics that they do in the movies. So
kind of racist.
They changed it to bracelets.
Which they are cold. It's out cold. Though, yeah. It's still out cold. And then speaking of Mandarin, they brought Trevor back, aka Ben Kingsley, from Iron Man 3. And he even acknowledged it. He was like, they had some man acting like he was the Mandarin, the terrorist, and all this other stuff. They caught my man's Ben Kingsley and put him in the basement. He basically became a jester.
Yeah. Which they referenced the Marvel's one shot
Yeah.
that they did where Ben Kingsley went to prison and they broke him out of prison because the Mandarin wanted to see you and stuff like that. So that's how that went.
Yeah, and they basically connected those movies together to make it canon, and they have found a creature in there, because I mean the daddy was telling them like, look, we gotta go get the mama, and if I have to burn down her village, I'm gonna burn down the village. And of course Sean was like, no, I'm not down with that. That's not right. The innocent. And they were like, well, put him in the dungeon, and that's how they found Trevor. Yeah. And when they found Trevor, they found this little pet with no face. Looked kind of weird. Yeah. Morris, but it was adorable. Yeah. And Morris was like, hey, I can get you there. I got like a 19% chance of getting you there safely. But it's a chance. So that was funny too. So they ended up adventuring to Tonal and finding the family. At first they were like, don't come here. The visual effects is out cold too though. Like they do a lot of visual effects in here, and it's sweet. The water effects and all that. I thought that was really impressive. And they basically make it to the town, the village. Right. First, they was like, no, come here. But, of course, who comes walking out? Michelle Yeoh. Yeah. That's my girl. She came and basically like, I'm your auntie. Come on, get some of these cornbread that's in this village in here. But she didn't do that for her. But basically, she was welcoming and said, you're your family, and you always welcome here.
Because that was her sister.
Yeah.
Their mother was her sister.
And, I mean, they basically explained why they're there. And it's basically to protect them from this monster dragon that's locked in a cave for thousands of years, and their whole purpose is to keep him trapped in this cave. And it makes people think that they're the loved ones. Or
it builds on your what is it, your deepest desire.
Yeah.
And the father's deepest desire was wanting the mother back, so he kept
say, free me, come get me, and he was lured by that, and he's like, I gotta go and get her. And he knew the only way you could break open the cave was through those 10 rings. He knew, the dragon knew how powerful the 10 rings was, and these dragons are like serpents.
Or like sirens, basically.
Yeah, they take your soul, and then feed him, and it makes him stronger with every soul. Yeah. And you can't kill him with regular weapons. You have to use specially made weapons that they have.
Dragon scales.
Dragon scales, yeah.
From the great protected
like kind of like vibranium. What's that called? Vibranium.
Like
vibranium.
Yeah.
But it's dragon skins.
Yeah.
Or even like Game of Thrones. Didn't they have like dragon ice or something like that?
Dragon ice, yeah.
And that's the only way you can kill a White Walker. Yeah. Game of Thrones fans there. But yeah. Through that, of course, the sucker got free.
Because the dad broke him free.
The dad broke him free. There was a good fight scene between the son and the dad. And then the dad realizes, like, oh snap, I made a mistake.
Well, because
he's noticed the dragon.
The dragon grabs him, and instead of trying to fight back, he releases the 10 rings because the dragon is sucking his life away. And instead of trying to fight back, he just releases the 10 rings, and to his son, and Shang-Chi grabs him. And he dies. The father dies because he wanted to be with the mom. So I guess he realized she's dead. So
there's no reason to live anymore. But but also at that moment he realized like what I have done to my kids. Yeah. Like he was like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for my kids, and that's basically what he did. I felt that's what he was trying to accomplish. Through that, he got the rings, and now he's like, cut loose. He was in the water. He got that dragon. Yeah. He, the great protector, that kind of look like Shenron of Dragon Ball Z. If y'all know Dragon Ball Z, that's the great dragon.
They did a Dragon Ball Z.
And they also did a Dragon Ball Z reference at the end. And basically, make a long story short, everybody chipped in, the bad people. They was like, oh, you lying. Because, Big Draco, a.k.a. Razor Fist, was there talking about, these things ain't nothing. They trying to fight them. Right. But they couldn't kill them with their regular weapons. No. So when they noticed that those red weapons, the dragon skins work, they said, hey, suit up, let's go. So everybody, bad and good, started working together, unifying to defeat this demon. And they ended up doing it, the sister and brother together, and with Aquafina's arrow that went through the neck. And they accomplished that. They killed the dragon. And they killed the dragon. So he's like the ring. and he bust open their chest or whatever, and then that was it. So I mean, all in all, great movie.
And then they did. Then he was at the end, and they were telling their friends about how they was weak.
And he was like, "Okay, yeah, you gassing us up."
And then Wong shows up and tells them, "Come on, I need you to come with me." And then they leave, and then they sets up the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Where they basically Wong is analyzing the 10 rings and wondering where they're from. And they show you that Bruce Banner's there, not in Professor Hulk form anymore. He's Bruce Banner, and they had Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel
in her other wig, honey.
Yeah. So Captain Marvel, they had Captain Marvel
in another wig,
and basically they were saying she's saying it was nothing in space.
She got the shirt. You got the Captain Marvel shirt here.
Yeah, and then she was saying that it's not from anything in space that she knows of, so she don't think it's alien tech. And Bruce basically said it wasn't vibranium, so they don't know. But it was like, how long your father had him, and I want to say he said about 4,000 years.
It was kind of fuzzy. Like I can't remember the exact.
Yeah, because they said the dad found it in a crate. It's rumors saying they found it in a crate or he found it in a cave. They never told you how he found it, but they said the rings are sending out a beacon and it's calling for somebody. So they was like, who's it calling for? And it leaves you that big mystery.
Of course.
Who's calling?
In Marvel tradition, who's coming? Who's coming to dinner?
So now we don't know. So
yeah. And then the second end credit scene, well, of course, the daughter, now she running the empire that the daddy left with Big Draco on her side. Yeah. So we don't know what's coming from that. But a lot of people think it's going to be some kind of female thing because if you looked at the movie, this daddy didn't really want her to fight. He kept her on the side, and she had to teach herself how to fight and all that stuff. So now you see that the women are front and center and learning and training along with the guys. So I don't know if that's like a focal point in the future that they're gonna do, but basically you see that in the second post-credit scene, and that's it.
That's it, pretty much. But yeah,
I give it 10 rings.
I enjoyed it.
So
I do recommend it.
I definitely give it a smile, and I definitely say you guys gotta go. I don't know if it's renting. I don't know if you can see it on TV or whatever, or VOD. But definitely if you can go watch it.
Right now it's in theaters only.
Yeah, so right now go in the theater if you can. If you mask up, watch the movie, stay safe, of course, guys. It's a great movie, and I recommend it. Right?
I recommend it.
All right, if I left anything out, just please feel free to comment below. Tell me what I missed, and tell me what your thoughts on the film was. Please like and subscribe as usual. Any last thoughts, honey bunny?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please look at the other videos I have posted somewhere around here.
Yep.
And don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.